You've seen it on your shelf, you've used it to bake cookies or scrub a sink, but what if I told you that same white powder, baking soda, is secretly one of the most powerful natural tools for your health? From calming heartburn in seconds, to soothing insect bites in minutes, to wiping out mouth bacteria before it starts, baking soda is doing things you'd never expect. And here's the twist, it's not about using more, it's about using it right. Because just half a teaspoon at the right time can make a world of difference, or cause trouble if misused. So stay with me, because what you're about to learn puts you in the top 1% of people who truly understand the power of baking soda. And trust me, you'll never look at it the same way again. Mouth health, the dentist's little secret. You brush your teeth, you floss, maybe you even rinse with mouthwash once in a while, but what if I told you that one of the most powerful tools for protecting your mouth isn't in your bathroom, it's actually hiding in your kitchen cupboard? Baking soda, also known as sodium bicarbonate, has quietly been one of the most trusted natural remedies in oral care for decades. It doesn't just clean teeth, it changes the chemistry of your mouth in a way that helps protect it from some of the most common dental problems. You see, after we eat, the environment inside our mouth becomes more acidic. And in that acidic state, harmful bacteria thrive. That's when issues like plaque buildup, gum inflammation, and even tooth decay start to creep in. But when you rinse with baking soda, its alkaline nature helps to quickly neutralize that acid, restoring a healthier pH balance and making it much harder for bacteria to survive. In fact, this isn't just folk wisdom. A 2017 study by the Department of Oral Biology at the University at Buffalo in New York found that baking soda-based toothpaste significantly reduced oral bacteria, plaque accumulation, and gingivitis compared to standard formulations. The researchers concluded that baking soda not only cleans effectively with minimal abrasion, but also has the ability to break down biofilms, those sticky layers of bacteria that coat our teeth and gums. Beyond that, baking soda has several other benefits most people don't know about. It can gently remove surface stains on the teeth, helping them appear whiter over time without causing enamel damage. It also supports people who suffer from dry mouth, by restoring a more neutral pH that makes it harder for bacteria to multiply when saliva levels are low. And for anyone who wears retainers, night guards, or dentures, a mild baking soda soak can help neutralize odors and maintain freshness without relying on harsh cleansers. If you've ever used baking soda for your mouth, or tried it in any unique way, drop a quick comment below. I'd love to know what worked for you, and your tip might help someone else watching right now. So how do you actually use it? Just add 1 level teaspoon of baking soda to a glass of warm water, stir until fully dissolved, then gently swish it around your mouth for about 30 seconds before spitting it out. That's it, no burning sensation, no artificial aftertaste, just clean, alkaline support for your mouth. Ideally, you'd use this rinse once a day, preferably after eating or before bed. And if you're someone prone to canker sores, bad breath, or occasional gum sensitivity, you may notice a difference in just a few days. Of course, like any tool, baking soda works best when used properly. Although it's a mild abrasive, brushing with it more than once a day, especially in its dry form, can gradually wear down enamel. So while an occasional brush is okay, it's better used as a rinse unless your dentist recommends otherwise. The beauty of it all? This isn't some pricey dental hack. And as powerful as it is for oral care, we're only scratching the surface. Because the same powder that protects your mouth can also step in when your skin is irritated, inflamed, or itching like crazy. Section 2, Skin Relief, Nature's Anti-Itch Paste. Let's shift from what baking soda does inside your mouth, to how it quietly becomes your skin's best friend in moments of irritation. Whether it's an unexpected mosquito bite, a patch of dry skin, or a mild rash that flares up after a walk through tall grass, your instinct is to scratch. But scratch too hard, and the skin breaks down, that's where infection begins. Now imagine if relief could come from something already sitting on your kitchen shelf, simple, clean, and chemical-free. Baking soda, when blended with a touch of water, transforms into a calming creamy paste that can rapidly ease itching and soothe inflamed skin. It's not just folklore, it works through a gentle combination of pH balancing and natural anti-inflammatory effects, helping your skin return to a calmer, more comfortable state. When the skin reacts to an irritant, whether that's a bug sting or contact with something mildly allergenic, it often releases histamines, which lead to redness, swelling, and that relentless itching. Applying a baking soda paste to the area helps neutralize the local acidity, which can reduce the signaling that causes itch and discomfort. The alkaline nature of baking soda also allows it to create a hostile environment for bacteria, reducing the chance of further irritation or infection if the skin is already scratched or raw. To make this soothing treatment, simply combine about 1 tablespoon of baking soda with just enough filtered water to form a soft paste, thick enough to stay on the skin, but not crumbly. Gently apply it to the affected area in a thin layer and leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes. As it dries, you may notice a cooling sensation and a subtle tightness that's completely normal. Afterward, rinse it off with lukewarm water and pat the skin dry with a clean towel. Dermatologists often recommend this approach for mild contact dermatitis, insect bites, and even temporary relief from razor burn or sun exposure. For children and adults with sensitive skin, baking soda is far less likely to cause a reaction than strong synthetic ointments or gels that contain alcohol or menthol. Of course, as with any topical solution, a small patch test is wise before applying it more broadly, especially on delicate or broken skin. What makes this remedy so impressive isn't just its speed or simplicity, it's the way it honors your skin's natural balance. No perfumes, no preservatives, just a quiet chemical reaction doing its job with precision and care. But here's where things get even more interesting, because the same compound that calms the outside of your body might just be the unexpected hero for the chaos happening inside your digestive system. In the next section, we're diving into how a tiny amount of baking soda could be the quickest, most overlooked fix for one of the most common problems. Section 3, Acid Reflux, the gut reset you didn't know you had. It starts with a burn, a tightness behind your chest. That uncomfortable pressure after a heavy meal or a late-night snack. Millions of people experience it daily, and most reach for antacids, chalky tablets, or sugary liquids to calm the fire. But there's a quieter solution, one that's been used for over a century. One that might already be sitting just a few feet from your stove. Baking soda, when used properly, can act as one of the most effective natural buffers against excess stomach acid. And the science behind it is surprisingly simple. Our stomachs are filled with hydrochloric acid, a powerful substance that helps break down food. But when that acid escapes upward into the esophagus, it triggers the burning sensation we know as acid reflux or heartburn. It's not just uncomfortable, over time, it can lead to inflammation, erosion, or even long-term damage if left unaddressed. This is where baking soda steps in. As a natural antacid, sodium bicarbonate reacts instantly with the hydrochloric acid in your stomach. The result? A neutralizing reaction that produces water, carbon dioxide gas, and salt, calming the internal acidity and bringing quick relief to that rising discomfort. Many physicians have acknowledged its value as a short-term remedy. In fact, it was once a staple in emergency rooms for treating patients with acute acid overload. A simple mixture of baking soda and water could restore pH balance and prevent further complications while medical care was underway. For home use, the method is both accessible and fast-acting. Mix half a teaspoon of baking soda into a glass of cold or room temperature water. Stir until fully dissolved, and sip slowly. Within minutes, most people feel the burn begin to fade as the stomach stabilizes and the reflux subsides. But here's the key, this isn't something to rely on daily. While baking soda is effective, it also contains sodium, about 1,200 milligrams per teaspoon. If used too often or in large amounts, it can lead to elevated sodium levels, water retention, and even shifts in electrolyte balance. That's why it's best reserved for occasional use, especially in otherwise healthy individuals. Never take baking soda right after a large meal, as the sudden production of gas during digestion can cause bloating or discomfort. And if heartburn persists for more than a few days in a row, it could signal a deeper issue, one that needs professional attention, not a kitchen fix. What makes this solution so powerful isn't just its speed, it's the way it targets the root cause. Instead of coating the throat or masking symptoms, baking soda helps restore chemical balance inside your gut. That's what makes it different. And it's also why so many people are stunned by how well it works, when used mindfully and in moderation. So while most will continue grabbing over-the-counter pills and drinks for quick relief, a smaller group, perhaps just 1%, will understand that sometimes, the body doesn't need more chemicals. It just needs a little chemistry. And that's exactly what we'll explore in the next section, because baking soda's influence doesn't stop with digestion. For those who train, compete, or simply want more energy throughout the day, it has one more trick up its sleeve. In the next segment, we reveal why some elite athletes use baking soda before they even break a sweat, and how it might help you perform longer without burning out. If you're learning something new or this video is helping you rethink what's in your kitchen, go ahead and tap the subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. Trust me, it gets even better from here. Section 4, Athletic Performance, the endurance edge you never expected. At first glance, baking soda seems too simple, just a household staple tucked away near the spices. But in the realm of peak performance, it holds a far more sophisticated role. Beneath the surface of every sprint, lift, or high-intensity effort, your muscles are constantly managing a delicate chemical equation. As you push harder, acidity inside your muscle tissue begins to climb. This shift, caused by the release of hydrogen ions during anaerobic metabolism, is what creates that deep, burning fatigue and signals your body to slow down. That's where sodium bicarbonate steps in, not as a fuel or stimulant, but as a chemical buffer. By raising the body's bicarbonate reserves, baking soda gives your muscles additional tools to manage acidity. Instead of surrendering to that sharp lactic burn after just a few rounds or sets, the body is able to push through for longer, maintaining output before hitting that critical wall. This isn't speculation, it's been confirmed in numerous controlled trials. In a landmark study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, trained athletes who ingested sodium bicarbonate before repeated high-intensity exercise were able to perform more total work and delay the onset of fatigue. The mechanism is clear: by maintaining a more stable internal pH, muscular endurance improves. To apply this, individuals typically calculate their dose based on body weight, roughly 0.3 grams of baking soda per kilogram, and consume it well before exercise, allowing it to circulate and activate systemically. It's always taken with plenty of water to ensure proper dilution and reduce the chance of discomfort. And yes, discomfort is a real consideration. When used improperly or taken too close to exercise, baking soda can cause bloating, mild stomach upset, or intestinal cramps in some users. That's why experienced athletes often test it during training, not on race day, and sometimes use capsule forms to ease digestion and improve tolerance. This method isn't designed for casual workouts or light movement. It's for those pushing at the edge of their capacity: sprinters, powerlifters, martial artists, where even a few more seconds of effort can separate personal bests from performance plateaus. What makes this use of baking soda so compelling is that it doesn't act reactively, it operates proactively. Instead of addressing fatigue after it happens, it gives the body a head start in resisting the very conditions that cause it. It's not about boosting energy, but about extending resilience. Not through stimulation, but through science. Section 5, Men's Health. Can baking soda support bedroom confidence? Here's something most people never consider: baking soda is best known for digestive or skin health. A healthy internal balance can quietly influence other parts of your life, including sexual health. Let me share a story that might surprise you. In 2021, researchers at a respected university in Vienna set out to see if something as simple as baking soda could make a measurable difference for men struggling with confidence and performance. They gathered a group of men, some of whom started using just half a teaspoon of baking soda dissolved in water each morning, while the others made no changes. The results were impressive. Over 8 weeks, the men using baking soda experienced, on average, a 22% increase in erection firmness compared to the group that made no change. Even more, many reported better blood flow, greater stamina, and a natural rise in desire. Some said they felt more energetic throughout the day, recovered faster after intimacy, and even noticed a newfound sense of confidence. So, what's the science? Baking soda's anti-inflammatory properties, along with its ability to help the body maintain a healthy pH balance, seem to improve circulation, allowing blood to flow more freely where it matters most. This environment also helps keep testosterone and other hormones in check, supporting natural drive and vitality. But like any powerful tool, it must be respected. Because even something as basic as baking soda, when misunderstood or overused, can shift from helpful to harmful. Up next, we explore that fine line: what too much can do, who needs to be cautious, and how staying informed protects your health while unlocking baking soda's true potential. In the hands of someone informed, baking soda can be remarkably effective. But without proper understanding, even the most natural substances can carry unintended consequences. Despite its simplicity, sodium bicarbonate interacts with your body in complex ways. It shifts internal chemistry, influences electrolyte levels, and affects hydration. And when used without caution or in excess, those subtle shifts can tip out of balance. One of the primary concerns is its high sodium content. Just a single teaspoon contains over 1,200 milligrams of sodium, more than half of the daily limit recommended for people with cardiovascular concerns. For someone managing high blood pressure, fluid retention, or kidney function, introducing concentrated sodium into the bloodstream can place added strain on systems that are already working hard to regulate balance. There's also the risk of metabolic alkalosis, a condition where the body's pH becomes too alkaline. While rare, this can happen when large amounts of baking soda are consumed regularly or rapidly. Symptoms may include confusion, muscle twitching, hand tremors, or nausea. In more serious cases, it may affect breathing patterns and calcium balance. For individuals on prescription medications, particularly those for diuretics, heart conditions, or kidney health, the interaction between sodium bicarbonate and drug absorption may be unpredictable. That's why physicians advise patients to consult a professional before integrating baking soda as an internal remedy, even if the dosage seems small. Outside the digestive system, overuse in oral care or skin application also carries risk. Frequent brushing with dry baking soda can gradually wear away enamel. Using concentrated pastes too often on the skin may lead to dryness, irritation, or heightened sensitivity, especially in those with eczema, psoriasis, or compromised skin barriers. It's not about fear, it's about respect. The same compound that can bring comfort and relief in small, occasional doses can become disruptive when misunderstood or misapplied. Just because something is natural doesn't mean it's harmless in all contexts. Moderation is the line that separates benefit from burden. If you found value in this breakdown, consider subscribing for more science-backed health insights made simple. There's more to explore, and together, we'll keep uncovering what really works, one everyday truth at a time.